We're going to call the Georgetown County Planning Commission to order. We do have a quorum present. It's open now for public input period, but before we do that, let me give you some instructions, please. The public comment period include meeting agenda should be limited to 15 minutes and the topics not otherwise listed on the agenda. Each speaker will be limited to no more than 3 minutes. No speaker may yield his or her allotted time to another speaker. Members of the public who wish to address the commission during the public input period should sign up before the meeting is called to order. And so with that being said, do we have any persons for public input?
No public input at this time.
Okay. All right, if there's no public input at this time, we will move on with our agenda. The first item on the agenda tonight is a request from Dan Stacy, agent for Patrick McClary III, to rezone 2 parcels totaling approximately 90.21 acres from forest agriculture and limited industrial to planned development, PD. The parcel is located on the western side of Brick Chimney Road, approximately 678 feet north of Harmarket Street in Georgetown. And at this time, we will have Matt. Do you have this one?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very
Chairman.
much.
Current status, the parcels were previously operated as a timber tract. They are forested and recently timbered and is currently split zone between FA, approximately 81 acres, and LI, approximately 9 acres. The LI is closer to the CSX Railroad. Some points to consider with this application. Reminder, this is a planned development they're asking, so the staff report is a little long, but just bear with me here. The developer proposes to rezone 2 parcels from FA and LI to a planned development to develop 272 single-family home sites and a commercial limited industrial area and a master amenity along with some open space. A planned development is intended to be used to encourage the application of new techniques and technology to community development, which will result in superior living and development arrangements with lasting values. It is further intended to achieve economics in land development, maintenance of street systems and utility networks, while providing building groupings for privacy, usable, attractive open space, buffer zones, safe circulation, and the general well-being of its inhabitants. This PD will consist of 182 single-family type A lots and 90 single-family type B lots, as well as 5.9 acres of commercial industrial area, with the following allowable uses: neighborhood markets, food and beverage, convenience retail establishments, professional services, professional offices, other retail uses, boat, camper, and outdoor trailer storage, and/or trade shops. The proposed dimensional standards for this Brick Chimney Road PD tract, they're listed in your plan development. The chart is kind of extensive, so I'll just give a couple points to it. The single-family type A lots will have a minimum size of 7,500 square feet. And the type B single-family detached lots will have a minimum area of 3,300 square feet. The commercial area will be at least 5,000 square feet, and it does have an impervious-pervious ratio of 70 to 30%. Minimum wall-to-wall separation for the single-family homes will also be at least 10 feet in width. The type B single-family lots, the ones that are proposed to be a minimum of 3,300 square feet, are smaller than the smallest lot area allowance in the county's conventional zoning districts. The resort residential district does allow 5,000 square foot lots. It is the smallest that we do allow, and it only has an allowance of 50 feet of road frontage. The typical impervious-pervious ratios for single-family and commercial structures are as follows. Single-family does not have any minimum ratios, and the commercial has 70-30, which I just stated from the previous chart. The proposed design and rezoning to a PD will allow for restrictive covenants over the neighborhood. You can see the Brick Chimney Road narrative that was provided in your packet. It lists all the details there. Parking for residential is proposed at 2 spaces per type A lot and 1 space per type B lot. Parking for the commercial site will be the minimum requirements of the zoning ordinance. Surrounding tracts to the north and west are zoned forest agriculture, or FA. Tracts to the south and southwest are zoned limited industrial, or LI. And tracts to the east are zoned 1/2 acre residential, or ½ acre. Existing uses include industry, residential homes, forest and vacant lands, and farmlands. The closest residential property is adjacent to the parcel to the east along Brick Chimney Road. You can see that on the zoning and aerial maps provided in your packet. Access to the property will be from Brick Chimney Road, a state-maintained road, with the internal road system built to service the residents. The interior roadway within the project is anticipated to be public roads with a minimum 50-foot right-of-way and 5-foot sidewalks. Secondary access will be via Gapway Road, also a state-maintained road in this section. A third access proposed via Brick Chimney Road will be through the commercial industrial shops area, that 5.9 acre area. Encroachment permits will be needed from South Carolina Department of Transportation for all 3 accesses. A traffic impact analysis, or TIA, basically a traffic study, is required for this subdivision because it exceeds the minimum threshold of 500 average daily trips. Access Engineering conducted the survey, and a report was submitted to staff for review to make sure the post-development average daily trips did not create an unacceptable level of service. That is a rating that the TIA uses to decide on if there's too much traffic, not enough traffic, or if it causes extra need for turn lanes, excel lanes, such forth. The development shows approximately 2,926 average daily trips. The study recommended that a westbound 100-foot storage right turn lane is warranted on High Market Street approaching Brick Chimney Road. No changes are recommended for the Gapway Road intersection. Left turn lanes are already present on High Market Street at both the Gapway and the Brick Chimney Road median openings. Results of the analysis indicate that the studied intersections currently operate and are expected to continue to operate at an acceptable level of service. The build-out indicates a D level of service rating going southbound from Brick Chimney Road to High Market Street. You can see the insert and the outcomes in that TAA packet included in the commission's packet there. Buffers are not required against existing vacant or residential properties. Other surrounding tracts are either residential property or forested land, so a buffer will not be required required adjacent to this proposed PD. However, the developer is proposing a 25-foot undisturbed buffer along Brick Chimney Road, the railroad, and a portion of the western boundary. A level 4 20-foot buffer is required between any residential and commercial uses within this PD. There are 3.52 acres of wetlands on the property, and they are not proposed to be filled. In addition, the developer is proposing a 15-foot buffer adjacent to these wetlands. Currently, there are no buffer requirements for freshwater wetlands in our ordinances today. A tree survey overlaid on the site plan shows a total of 33 protected trees on this site. 12 of those are classified as grand trees, which are over 24 inches diameter breast height. The tree regulations ordinance in Article 13, Section 1301.7 state that grand trees must have approval from the Zoning Board of Appeals to be removed before any land clearing or development of a subdivision takes place. No grand trees are proposed to be removed. The developer is proposing to follow the requirements of Article 13 of our zoning ordinance. Signage for the commercial industrial area will comply with the general commercial standards. No signage information has been provided for the residential portion at this time. A utility coordination committee meeting was held on March 31st at 10 a.m. In which all applicable parties, all utilities, were represented. No major issues were discussed with the proposed project. Overall, utility service could all be connected